Welcome to Digital Painting with Farrell. Whether you're working in Photoshop or on your iPad in programs like Procreate, or working in programs like Clip Studio Paint, initially starting as a digital painter can be incredibly frustrating, and it's going to be my job and my role to make it a little bit less scary. How do you get started? I think it's also really important to understand that all artwork is a journey. Your first initial steps are going to grow. This is something I did years and years ago. And while I still think it's a lot of fun, there's a lot of things I would probably do differently now. It's important to experiment and try new things. This is some later work that I've done. The image on the left is a picture I did for a demonstration for a class, and the image on the right is just, I wanted to do a caricature of Jim Carrey. Very different approaches in the end, but the initial approach is pretty much the same. The image on the left comes from my background as a political cartoonist, and the image on the right is a portrait of my son. This is one of my more recent digital paintings. Again, a lot of the techniques that I'm using here are actually applicable in multiple different programs. I went back and forth between Photoshop and Procreate on this one quite a bit, just out of convenience, and the programs sometimes work really, really well together. These are two more recent examples of my work, again, working with multiple programs, again, working with Photoshop and Procreate, using them very much in the same way. And the reason I'm using the multiple programs is not because one offers me something better than the other, though there are things that Photoshop can do that Procreate and some of those other programs can't do. But the reason I was using both programs is out of convenience. Sometimes I could sit on the couch and watch a movie while I'm still painting. And to me, that's a lot of fun. The whole point of learning how to digital paint is to find your own voice, to communicate. That's all art is. It's not waiting in some ivory tower where lightning crashes down and you're like, voila, inspiration. Save that for the movies. The reality is that you're trying to find your voice. And that's what I love about this particular painting I did. This helped me heal and help our family heal. I made this painting for my wife after my English Bulldog passed away. His name was Jaeger. We nicknamed him Boo Boos. So he's flying a plane. This is the Boo Boos. And if you know anything about old fighter planes, if they had a little marking on the side, it meant those are the things he slayed or he shot down. Well, he slayed all of our hearts with his love, which is why you see the repetition of hearts in the painting. And the halo above his head is, yes, he's dearly departed. But the important thing is, in this painting, I made a lot of discoveries and breakthroughs, but I ultimately love this painting because it communicated my love for him and what a hero he was in our lives. Now it's your turn. So how do we start? I want you to go to my website, www.farrellart.com. Specifically, I want you to click on the sketchbook section. Now, I want you to go through all the images on the page, even look at the ones on the bottom, and select one that you like. They don't have to be your favorite. It's embarrassing. I drew them. Trust me. You don't have to like them, but just one that maybe you wouldn't feel bad playing around with. Once you've selected an image, save it. Now we need you to open that image in the digital painting program you've chosen to use. I'm Farrell, and let's digitally paint.